And we welcome you to Fiandella Field at the University of Hartford and the 4th annual 2015 Mayor's Cup game as the Conard Chieftains take on the Hall Warriors. Pete Lamoureux, along with our fine crew from WHC-TV, led by G2 Hundley, 4th year in a row for this event at this venue. And Hall has won the previous 3. The Warriors headed to the Class XXL state tournament. They come in at 8-11 on the season, while Conard is 4-13. They've dropped 9 of 10. Many of those losses, though, have been by 2 runs or fewer. Second meeting of the 2015 campaign. Hall won at Conard in the opener 7-4 back on May 6th as Patrick McHale bested Jordan Muchin. Many of the seniors will get the start today as they play in their final ever Conard Hall matchup. It's the Mayor's Cup presented by the War Chief Sports Council here on WHC-TV, and we'll have the lineups and batting orders and the first pitch right after this short timeout. Come on back.
And welcome back, everybody, to Fiandella Field here at the University of Hartford. Hall is the designated home team today, and they've taken the field with Francis Byrne on the mound. The interior defense for the Warriors today: Sam Dobbins at first, Josh Singer at second, Patrick McHale at short, and Sam Turner at third. Matt Squiat in left, Neil Kelly in center, Ian Henderson around and right, Dylan Rosenbaum, the catcher for Francis Byrne. The lineup for Conard this afternoon: Lucas Bush will lead it off. He'll be in third base. Alex White in center field will hit second. Batting third, the DH Jordan Muchin. Brendan Dakin pitches today, and he hits cleanup. Henry Fracasso back in the lineup after the injury. He'll catch bat number 5. Joe Celio at first base hits 6th. Will Jackson, the second baseman, batting 7th. Batting 8th, another senior, Parker Murray, and P.J. Melly in his final Hall Conard game will be at second base and batting 9th. As we said in the open, Hall has clinched a Class XXL state tournament berth. They have 8 wins on the season, 8-11 coming in. And very interesting, they've locked up the 31st and final position in Class XXL. And if they can win today and Newington lose to Northwest Catholic, they would move up to 30th as the top team. Norwich Free Academy will get a first-round bye, and then it will be either Fairfield Prep or Staples to take on the Hall Warriors, the 3rd tournament appearance for Jeff Billing in his 5 years as the head coach of the Hall Warriors. Conard, difficult campaign, as you might imagine, at 4-14 coming in. This not their final game. This is their penultimate contest today. They'll wrap up the regular season tomorrow against Windsor. But to tell you, it's been more than a competitive team. They've lost 8 games when either tied or leading after the 5th inning this year. And 4 times they've been the team that has been, unfortunately, on the losing end of a walk-off. So here's Lucas Bush, the third baseman, leading off against Francis Byrne, who's 3-1 in CCC West play this year, has victories over Simsbury and Southington. Those are the signature wins. And the first pitch is bounced towards short. Here's McHale coming in. He's got it. The throw to first is wide, and it gets by the first baseman, and automatically down to second on the play is Lucas Bush. So McHale came up in plenty of time with that one, but a low throw that time could not be handled at first by Dobbins, and that's an E6 all the way. And a runner in scoring position for the Chieftains with nobody out. So here's Alex White, the center fielder, standing in. Swinging a hot bat as of late. If you know Conard baseball, you know that he's just a terrific defensive center fielder. And he's been hitting much better for Ty Bongiovanni out of the 2 spot as of the last 5 or 6 games. And the first pitch to him is taken for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Home plate umpire this afternoon is Bob Williams. Marcus Rinaldi has the calls on the bases today. Long look into Rosenbaum for the sign. The glance back towards second, and the 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball that's low. Nice job by Rosenbaum to block and keep it in front of him and to keep Lucas Bush from advancing on to third. So 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody out. Runner on second, just underway here in the top half of the first inning. 4th Mayor's Cup battle, and Conard trying to win for the first time. In fact, they've scored only a total of 3 runs in the 3 Mayor Cup losses so far. 1-1 pitch, another breaking ball. This one catches the inside corner at the knees. And ahead in the count is Byrne at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's Byrne from the stretch. And the 1-2. Cut on and miss, strike 3, and that's the first out of the inning. So 1 out, and Jordan Muchin will step in.
Designated hitter, number 24, Muchin. Number 24.
Jordan was supposed to be the ace of the pitching staff, but he's had elbow issues throughout a lot of the campaign. But it still hasn't kept him from being a pretty good hitter for this Chieftain ball club. Now stepping off is Byrne, and back to second goes Lucas Bush. Byrne, an interesting story. Almost got cut from the freshman team. He was the last kid to make that team. Didn't really play well as a junior varsity member either. But according to Coach Jeff Billing, the hardest worker he's ever had. Swing and a drive down the left field side in fair ground, and the catch is made out there for the second out of the inning. So Squiat able to squeeze that one in left. 2 outs. And if Conard's going to score here in the top half of the first inning, it'll be up to pitcher Brendan Dakin. Tall, rangy right-handed batter. Pitcher against pitcher here as Dakin tries to help his own cause. Byrne trying to work around that leadoff error. And the first pitch is a ground ball towards second. Singer to his left. He has it. Fires on to first for the out that retires the side. So good job by Byrne to recover. No runs, no hits, an error, and a runner left stranded at second. Middle of the first here in West Hartford. The score, Conard nothing. Hall coming up here on WHC-TV. We'll come back with more right after this.
Bad boy for Conard today, Declan McCann. Little shout out for McCann. A little hustle down there. Today's game is being televised by WHC-TV and produced by the War Chief Sports Council. It'll be rebroadcasted at 9 p.m. on June 13th and 20th. WHC-TV, Channel 5, local West Hartford television. And I'm sure they'll be back 2 days after that as well. 13th and 20th at 9 p.m. Special thanks to the War Chief Sports Council. And doing today's game is Pete Lamoureux and color Elliott Lane. What a combination that is.
We'll bring you in the second. The War Chief Sports Council would like to thank our participating sponsors, especially at the MVP sponsorship level, Aetna Life and Casualty and their agents and brokers in your area, and the West Hartford Amateur Baseball Association. MVP sponsors of the War Chief Sports Council. Conard's taken the field for the bottom half of inning number 1. Brendan Dakin on the mound, thrown to Henry Fracassa. And here's the lineup that they'll face. Neil Kelly will lead off in center field. Josh Singer, the second baseman, will bat second. Callan Finn McCann, the DH, hits third. Sam Turner, the third baseman, hits cleanup. Patrick McHale bats number 5 at shortstop. Ian Henderson in right field hits 6th. Batting 7th, the first baseman, Sam Dobbins. Matt Squiat in left field hitting 8th. And Dylan Rosenbaum, the catcher, will bat number 9. The defense for the Chieftains, Joe Cilio at first, Will Jackson at second, P.J. Melly at short, and Lucas Bush are out at third. Left to right in the outfield, Brian Santoro, Alex White, and Parker Murray. Neil Kelly getting set to lead off. How about these gaudy numbers? 443. That's his batting average. The OBP's at 541, and all he's done is scored 20 times, had 7 doubles, and 18 stolen bases. And a 4-year varsity starter. And he's going to head on to Pitzer College in California, where he's going to play both football and baseball. Of course, he was an integral part of Frank Robinson's Hall Warriors football team. Right-handed batter against the righty pitcher as we get things underway here in the bottom half of the first inning. And And Dakin's pitch is fastball low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Kelly followed by Singer and Finn McCann here in the home half of the first inning. And the 1-0 pitch. And that's right down the middle, called strike one, even at a ball, a strike. Hall team comes off of back-to-back losses to Northwest 9-0 and Farmington 5-2, trying to break the two-game slide here today. There's a ground ball up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. So the first base hit of the game belongs to Neil Kelly as he adds to that .443 batting average. As both teams able to get their leadoff guy aboard. As we talked about, 18 stolen bases in 19 games, so he's obviously a threat to run. And he'll be held on at first by the first baseman, Joe Celio. So here's Josh Singer. Comes in at .300 on the season, .386 on base percentage. And you talk about a good couple of table setters for head coach Jeff Billing. How about a .541 OBP in the leadoff spot and a .386 OBP in the second spot? Those guys certainly get on base for the big guys in the middle of the lineup. And the first pitch from Dakin stays wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Singer headed on to UConn. Played multiple sports as a member of the Hall Warriors. Was a captain for Brian Moretti's Hall Warrior basketball team this past winter. Pretty good lead at first by Kelly. And the pitch stays low. Coming out of his crotch that time was Fracasso, faking the throw to first, and he tosses it back to the pitcher. Fracasso himself, an interesting story. Tore his meniscus. Is back in the lineup for Conard as their catcher for only about the last week and a half. Swinging a bouncing ball towards short. It's bobbled there. The only play will be at first. Low throw. Nice scoop at first for the out. That's first out of the inning. So P.J. Melly had ideas of turning the double play, but had the ball come up on him. He was able to control. The low throw was picked out nicely by Celio, and they get the 1 out at first. Moving to second in the scoring position is Kelly.
Number 7, Finn McMahon. Number 7, Finn McMahon.
So there's Callan Finn McMahon, the DH, standing in. Right-handed batter. Now Melly, the shortstop, trying to keep the runner Kelly close to second. And the first pitch strike, no balls and 1 strike. And a throw back towards second. And he threw it into center field and on to third on the play. Goes the runner Kelly. So the errant throw is an E1 on the play. Kelly goes to third, and he's 90 feet away from scoring the first run of the contest. A chat at the mound between Fracasso and Dakin as they want to talk things over. And now with time not being called, time was... Now they're going to say he goes back to third. Time was called. Wow. Actually saw that play work for the West Haven Yankees. I'm dating myself all the way back in 1978. Player by the name of Larry Murray who went on to steal 65 bases for the Oakland A's about 5 years later. Actually made that play work. Kelly back at third, 1 out, as Dakin works against Finn McMahon. Pitching from the stretch, glancing towards third. High breaking ball stays inside. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sam Turner, the third baseman, hitting cleanup this afternoon. He's in the on-deck circle for Hall. And called strike 3, and that's the second out of the inning. So Brendan Dakin trying to do in the bottom half of the first inning what Francis Byrne did in the top half, and that's work around the leadoff base runner. He'll have to get out the lefty batter Sam Turner, who stands in. And the first pitch fastball catches the inside corner, no balls and 1 strike. Turner, a 300 hitter last year, not hitting quite as well this time around. Athletically speaking, no more for his being a deadly three-point shooter on the basketball team for Brian Moretti. Here's Dakin's 0-1 on the way. That's a nice pitch, strike two. No balls and 2 strikes. Fooled him with the off-speed pitch that time. Now he's 1 strike away from working out of trouble here. Breaking ball high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shortstop Patrick McHale would be next for Hall. Turner's able to extend the inning. Runner at third, 2 down, the 1-2, swung on and driven deep to right center field. On his horse to center field, he's not going to get it. It's going to one-hop the wall. It's going to go over the wall for a ground rule double. So Turner blasted that one to deep right center. It's an RBI 2-bagger. Kelly comes in to score easily from third, and the Warriors draw first blood in this one. They lead by the score of 1-0. You can see the sign out in dead center. It's 400 feet, 370 to the alley. That ball was struck easily about 380 feet on the fly.
McHale.
So here's Patrick McHale with an RBI opportunity. Hitting just 228 on the season. Nice block by the catcher for Casa that time. And that keeps Turner from advancing to third. Patrick's the #1 starter on this team. But given way today to Byrne on the mound. And the pitch misses the outside corner. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Patrick, a 3-year varsity starter. Coach Billing loves him for his competitive edge. Ball is blocked by Fracasso, gets away, and down to third alertly is Sam Turner. So a wild pitch advances another runner to third. So not the most steady of starts for Dakin here in this bottom half of the first inning. Taking all the way, the 3-0 pitch is right down Broadway. 3 balls and 1 strike. Kelly led off with a single. Advanced to second on a ground out. Went to third. As ball 4 is taken. On a wild pitch, he eventually scored on the double by Turner. Now a walk to McHale, and there'll be runners on the corners with 2 down for Ian Henderson, the right fielder.
The right fielder, number 23, Henderson. Number 23, Henderson.
Hall last won on Friday the 15th with a 3-2 win over Southington. The signature win not only of this season, but for head coach Jeff Billing, what he called the best win of his entire 5-year career so far. Followed it up with the losses to Northwest and to Farmington. Runner goes from first, hit and run. Nice play by the first baseman, Celio. He'll take it unassisted for the out. That retires the side. But in the inning, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and runners left stranded at first and third. After 1 at Fiandella Field in the 4th annual Mayor's Cup, it's Hall 1, Conard no score. You're watching the Mayor's Cup on W8C TV, presented by the War Chief Sports Council. Back with the second inning right after this.
Additional alumni making their way in the stands from Conard High School, Nick Miceli and Max Vogel Freeman is in the house. And Caleb LaRosa at 6'5" snuck in somehow. Ladies and gentlemen, in the stands today, wearing the Lightning uniforms and the Thunder uniforms are members of the 7th and 8th grade West Hartford team. They'll be happy to assist you today with the concession stands. Wherever you need, they'll go get it for you, as the concession stand is open.
War Chief Sports Council would
Catcher
like to
number
thank our
22
MVP
for
sponsors,
Picasso.
Aetna Life
Number
and Casualty
22
and the
for
West
Picasso.
Hartford Amateur Baseball Association. As we welcome you back to inning number 2 of the Mayor's Cup. First pitch, dribble down the first base line by Picasso, and that's going to be a foul ball. Henry working his way back from that knee injury, as we talked about in the top half of the inning. And head coach Ty Bongiovanni very happy to get his starting catcher back, even if it's just for the last 3 or 4 games of the season. It's been a merry-go-round behind home plate. 3 different catchers before Picasso came back. Pitches high and outside. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Picasso, Celio, and Jackson, 5, 6, and 7 hitters in Bongiovanni's lineup. Due up here in the top half of the second. Ball in front by the count of 1-0. The 1-1 pitch from Byrne is cut out and missed for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Talked about Byrne on the mound with that victory that he had against Southington. Took a 1-hitter in that game into the 7th inning. Also had the victory against Simsbury. He came out of the bullpen that day, threw 5 innings of 1-hit ball. Part of his 3-1 CCC West record on the season. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Picasso, leading off here in the top half of the second. And the pitch on the way is cut on and missed for strike 3. It's dropped by the catcher, who picks it up and fires down to first. So it goes K2-3 for the first out of this second inning. So Joe Celio, the first baseman, will stand in. That's 4 in a row
First
retired
baseman,
now by
number
Francis
19,
Byrne.
Celio. First base, Celio.
Byrne will go on to pitch at the next level, as he'll pitch at Kenyon College. Very good academic school. And first pitch foul at home plate. No balls and 1 strike. Celio, the batter, just a sophomore. Called by his coach. Good left-handed batter, but a better defender. And the 0-1 pitch is a swing and a mile-high pop-up on the left side. In foul ground, and just running out of room is the third baseman, Turner. So it goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Will Jackson, the second baseman, in the on-deck circle. And the 0-2 on the way, and that stays high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Game time temperature today, 88 degrees. Went from winter to spring to summer in about a week and a half. The 1-2 pitch just outside. Byrne wanted to call. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rosenbaum with the sign. Here's Byrne's 2-2 pitch. That stays low and inside. And the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. As we said, all the 31st and final team to qualify for the upcoming Class AA state tournament. Number 1 Norwich Free Academy at 17-3 will get the bye. So Hall will play either Fairfield Prep or Staples. Swing and a foul at home plate. And a good battle here between Byrne and Celio. Conard will miss the state tournament for a 2nd consecutive year. They were 7-13 a year ago. And it's high for ball 4. So a 1-out base runner for the Chieftains. 1 on, 1 out. Here's Will Jackson, the second baseman, to step in. Interesting story up the middle for the Conard Chieftains. Jackson, the converted shortstop. He and P.J. Melly played up the middle at second and short. And they just decided to, the coaching staff did, to flip-flop their positions just a couple of weeks ago.
Here's number 20.
First pitch catches the
Second
corner. No
baseman,
balls and 1
Jackson,
strike.
number 20, Jackson.
7th batter today, and that's the 5th first pitch strike. That's how you do it. Swinging a number right side, bobbled by the second baseman. He retrieves, throws to first for the out. So good recovery by Singer that time. He had designs of throwing to second for the force out, and when he bobbled the ball, that took that out of play. And he threw on to first baseman Dobbins for the second out of the inning. So the Chieftains able to get the potential tying run into scoring position at second. They'll need a 2-out hit from Parker Murray, the right fielder.
Murray, right field.
There to equalize the game here in the second inning. With a glance towards second, breaking ball comes plateward, and that catches the inside corner, called strike one. Baseball, as you know, at any level, game of firsts. First pitch strike, get that first guy on base, score the first run. It's all beneficial to you. So a stat that at the major league level, the team that scores first wins 62% of the time. And the 0-1, and that's low. Nice stop by Rosenbaum. And the count levels at a ball and strike. P.J. Melly, second baseman on deck for the Chieftains. And the 1-1 on the way. That stays high and outside, ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike. Conard just 1 win in their last 10. It was a home victory on Wednesday the 13th against Northwest, 7-4. 2-1 on the way. Swung up and popped up a mile high on the infield. Catcher and first baseman calling for it, and the ball is dropped, and coming all the way around to score the tying run is Celio. And we're tied at a run apiece. Very tough play for the catcher Rosenbaum that time. He had to battle a very, very high sun. And he couldn't come up with it. Celio, very alert and hustling all the way, came all the way around from second to score.
The shortstop, number 2, Melly. Number 2, Melly.
So the game tied at 1. As P.J. Melly steps in. First pitch, it bounced third base high. High chopper, that's going to be an infield single. So nothing the third baseman Turner could do on that one, as that ball was popped about 50 feet into the air. And that's an infield single for Melly, and Murray moves down to second.
Here's the leadoff hitter, number 8, third baseman Bush. Number 8, Bush.
So they haven't had a ball out of the infield this inning. They've had a walk, an error, a single. They've scored a run. They have 2 on and 2 out. And Lucas Bush bats for the second time in as many innings. He reached on an error by shortstop McHale his first time up. Now time is gone. Two on, 2 out, 1 in. We're tied at 1 here in the top half of the second inning. There's the first pitch strike. No balls and 1 strike. First baseman Dobbins playing well behind the runner. Third baseman Turner about 10 feet behind the bag. Driven towards left center. That's a base hit. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Murray. He'll score the go-ahead run. Going to third is Melly. It's an RBI 2-out single for Lucas Bush, and Conard has their first lead of the afternoon. They go up 2-1. So Lucas Bush all over that one.
Center fielder, number 6, White. Center field, White.
There's Alex White, strikeout victim his first time.
Keep it low, Alex.
Runners on the corners now with 2 down. As the inning continues, as Conard tries to play a little add-on. Long look into Rosenbaum for the side. Here's Byrne from the stretch. And the delivery is swung on and fouled first base side off the netting. No balls and 1 strike. White heading to Eastern State University. Eastern Connecticut State University up in Willimantic, Connecticut. Division III perennial powerhouse. Runner takes off from first, cut on and miss. No throw down to second. That'll be a stolen base for Bush. That was Elliot Lane, the American Legion coach. We'll hear from him in the bottom half of this inning. Base hit to the outfield, could play two more, and all of a sudden Conard could open up the lead here. 0-2 pitch, ground ball into left field. That's a base hit. Melly in to score. Bush rounding third, coming to the plate. They drop the cutoff throw. It's a two-run single for White. 4 runs in the inning, and the Chieftains increase their lead to 4-1. So they've had more hits with runners in scoring position and 2 outs than the Cincinnati Reds have had all season long. That is my team, unfortunately. Losers of 9 straight. Conard at least has won 1 in their last 10 here. Trying for 2 in the last 3 weeks. Yeah, the Yankees in a meltdown too at this point. Although 14-1 winners on Memorial Day over Kansas City. As Jeremy Guthrie became the first pitcher in 100 years to allow 10 runs.
24, Mucci, DH.
So here's Jordan Muchin. He's the 8th player to come to bat for the Chieftains in this half inning. Jordan's going to join Alex White in Willie, as they say, at Eastern Connecticut State University. Runner at first, and first pitch is high inside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. They scored 1 run on an error. Lucas Bush an RBI base hit. Alex White a 2-run single. He's at first, being held on by Dobbins. 1 on, 2 out, 4 in. And the 1-0 to Muchin is a big cut. And a foul ball off the screen and back of home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's pretty cool when you have teammates like White and Muchin going on to play together at the next level. That's I'm sure it'll make the transition a lot easier for them as they go to college ball. Runner takes off for second. It's a good pitch to run on as the pitch is low and outside. Rosenbaum couldn't handle it, and a stolen base for Alex White. Second steal of the inning for the Chieftains. And that prompts a visit at the mound. Head coach Jeff Billing talking to his catcher and the pitcher as well. Muchin can reach. The inning would continue for Brendan Dakin, and that would mean that the Chieftains would have batted around here in the second inning. They've never won here at the University of Hartford. This is their 4th try in the annual Mayor's Cup. Byrne comes plate work. Cut on and missed for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Had good conversation with both coaches a week ago. Both very gracious with their time. Byrne a glance towards second. That's where White's the runner. He takes off for third. Low pitch, no throw. Second consecutive stolen base for White. 3rd steal in the inning for the Chieftains. So runner at third now on a full count to Muchin, who flied out the left fielder Squee out his first time up. And the payoff pitch, breaking ball, called strike 3, and that retires the side. But a big inning for the Chieftains. 8 come to bat and 4 score. Middle of the second here in West Hartford. It's 4-1 Conard as you continue to watch the 4th annual Mayor's Cup here on WHC-TV, presented by the War Chief Sports Council. Back with more right after this.
Four runs on 3 hits with 1 error.
bottom half of the second inning. With Conard in front of Hall by the count of 4-1. The War Chief Sports Council would like to thank the All-State supporters, Macca Plumbing and Heating, Reed and Reege, PC Counselors at Law, ESPN, the West Hartford Youth Basketball League, West Hartford Girls Lacrosse League, Conard PTO, the Hall PTO, and Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Gibson. Thanks to one and all for their sponsorship of the War Chief Sports Council, which allow great games like this to be presented in concert with WHC TV. A lot of these kids that you're seeing playing today will go on to play Legion ball. Elliot Lane, the head coach of the Legion team, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
You made a couple of great points while we were off the air. Number one, you talked about all of the runs unearned for the Chieftains because the error occurred with 2 outs, so they should have been out of the inning. All the runs scored after that point as a result. And on that play, that big towering pop-up, that's one time you want to see the pitcher take control.
Absolutely. I mean, he was out of the play, but he really had an easier play for coming in, and looked like Dobbins wasn't going to get there. So if he'd have called him off, I think we'd have made the catch.
Speaking of Dobbins, he's the first baseman, and he'll lead off here in the bottom half of the second inning. It's a lower third of the Hall Warriors lineup to face Brendan Dakin here in the bottom half of the second. And the first pitch stays low, ball one. Dobbins, Squiat, and Rosenbaum, 7, 8, and 9 in the Hall attack for head coach Jeff Billing. He mans the third base coach's box, as do most of the head coaches at the high school level.
Sam is going to Gettysburg College.
So a lot of these seniors going to play at the next level, which shows the high quality of baseball we have in West Hartford.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Breaking ball stays high. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 swung on, driven towards right field. That's going to be in for extra bases. That's going to 2-hop the wall. Rounding first, heading for second is Dobbins, and he's in with a leadoff stand-up double. Hit that one on a line going Oppage.
Now Sam's going to want to hit for me. He's a pitcher on our senior Legion team, mostly a pitcher only. So now he's going to say to me, "Hey, coach, I got a double. Let me down."
Left fielder number 12, Squiat. Left field.
So you're doing a scouting mission here today.
Absolutely.
So there's Matt Squiat, the left fielder, standing in. Runner at second, and nobody out. And the first pitch strike, no balls on a strike. Dylan Rosenbaum on deck for the Warriors. They're facing a 3-run deficit here in the bottom of the second. And the pitch stays low, evens the count, and a ball, a strike. 4 runs, 3 hits, and an error for Conard. 1 run, 3 hits, and already 2 miscues for the Warriors. And the pitch is swung on and fouled down the right field side and out of play. Pretty nice crowd here at Fiandella Field at the University of Hartford. Of course, when you think of University of Hartford baseball, you think of Jeff Bagwell. He first played at Xavier High School in Middletown, then on to be a member of the Hartford Hawks. Played for the Middletown Legion team. Eventually, he was drafted by the Boston Red Sox in one of the worst trades of all time. Swapped in 1986 for a journeyman reliever by the name of Larry Anderson. Anderson pitched 8 games for the Red Sox. Bagwell went on to make 9 All-Star teams for the Houston Astros. That's why GM Lou Gorman didn't have his job too much longer in Boston. Cut out and missed. Strike 3. Nice pitch by Dakin for the first out of the inning.
Catcher number 6, Rosenbaum.
Dylan Rosenbaum, the catcher, stands in. Dobbins still at second, now 1 out in the inning. And the first pitch stays high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Jeff Bagwell very generously donated a 6-figure sum to his alma mater. There's a drive in towards right center. Oh, a beautiful running catch. Parker Murray in right field. What a snag that was.
It looked like he was going to have to dive for that one, and he came all the way in and made a great catch.
Took it right off his shoe tops that time. And that's a big
Center
second
fielder
out of the
number
inning.
1, Kelly. Center field, Kelly.
So here's Neil Kelly, who singled and scored the Hall run back in the first inning. With that base hit, Kelly raised his average to 449. And he takes a first pitch breaking ball for called strike one. And the 0-1 is a swung on, bouncing ball, left center field, that's a base hit. Rounding third, coming to the plate, could be a play at the plate. Here's the throw, the tag not in time, and down to second, on his way to third. Here's the throw down to third, and he is out at third base. So Kelly gets the RBI base hit, Dobbins scores, but then a beautiful throw down to third for the third out of the inning. So Hall gets one back, couple of hits, and nobody left. After two, Conard 4, Hall 2. You're watching the Mayor's Cup game
One run
here
on 2
on
hits.
WHCTV.
After 2,
Back with more right after this.
4, Hall 2.
So what is he saying to us? What are we supposed to do?
Look right in there. See? Right? And you're the wide lens. Right? So where the ball goes, it goes that way. Just go like this. Right? And then come back here.
When we going golfing?
Right? What we do is take your right hand. Right? See the buttons over here, telephone, right hand. Just like close. So you want to do it over. Like,
Three tournaments, that's I see, I got it.
okay? Yes, I think it's right. That's what I did. Yeah. I'm gonna run out to see Paul.
As long as it says REC, it's recording, right?
Yeah, it's recording.
Fiandella Field at the University of Hartford, the site, the 4th annual Mayor's Cup game here this afternoon. Conard 4, Hall 2, as the Chieftains come to bat here in the top half of the third inning. And they'll have 4, 5, and 6
Leading off
in
top
the
half of the
lineup.
third,
Brendan
the pitcher,
Dakin,
number
Henry
27,
Fracassa, and Joe
Dakin.
Celio.
Number
Base
27,
Francis
Dakin.
Byrne. And a bunt and a foul. And that's strike one. That's not something you see from your cleanup hitter all the time.
Not usual, but trying to get something started here. Third baseman was back a little bit.
Trying to take advantage of it. Dakin bounced out to the second baseman Singer's first time up. And they're going to appeal at first. And they're going to say no swing. 1 ball and 1 strike. As we said before, all 4 of the runs for Conard in the second unearned. And the pitch is outside.
Burns, he wants to keep it here at 4-2 because Hall can score a lot of runs, and so you want to shut him down here. So we'll see what happens.
And a good opportunity for a bounce back inning, even though, if they make that catch, they're out of the inning in that last inning.
Sure, nothing would have scored if he made that catch. Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes as Dakin leads things off here in the top half of the third inning. And the pitch is swung on and fouled on the right field side and out of play. The count remains at 2-2. We talked about the offense being a problem for the Conard Chieftains. scored just 2 runs in back-to-back losses to Simsbury and Newington. Just 3 runs in the setback to Farmington. Those are the last 3 losses for the Chieftains. 2-2 pitch just stays outside, and the count goes full at 3-2. Burns throwing a lot of pitches in these first 3.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not getting his curveball over like he usually does here, so he might be over like 50 pitches right now, only in the 3rd inning.
And the payoff pitch is fouled off again, right field side. Rosenbaum will give it a look, but it's far back and out of play. This game taking place on the day after Memorial Day. Conard will wrap up the regular season tomorrow against Windsor. Hall will wait for their assignment. Cut on and miss, strike 3. That's a big first out here in the 3rd inning. And that's actually back-to-back punch-outs for Byrne and his 4th strikeout on the afternoon.
Yeah, and here comes Henry Picasso to the plate. Henry had the surgery on his
Catcher number 22 for
first
Picasso.
week of April.
Number 22.
And, he's one of our senior
Picasso.
leading catchers. So it's good to see him out here and see if he can bounce back here and start getting the groove.
First pitch swinging, and he pops it up way up in the air. Back of 3rd, foul ground. Reaching up and making the catch is the shortstop McHale, and foul ground 2 away. And talking to Ty Bongiovanni last week, he said Picasso was just an outstanding defensive receiver.
Yeah, he's got a very good pop-up time, and a lot of colleges have been looking at that. Also very good defensively, blocking pitches. He's going to do a PG year at Trinity Palm, and he'll either concentrate on football or baseball when he gets there.
So there's Cilio, the first baseman. He
First
walked
baseman
and
number
scored.
19, Cilio.
And he swings
First
and misses,
base,
strike 1.
Cilio.
No balls and 1 strike.
To our senior legion team. He was on junior legion last year, and he's going to play first base for us this year for senior legion.
And he takes outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, that's what Ty Bongiovanni said. He said can really pick it at first base.
Too, which we really like, because on those ground balls it gets that force of second. It's an easier throw for a lefty first baseman than a righty.
Keith Hernandez always told me that. And they played together in the same city, different teams, of course, back in the 1980s. You know what makes that play great for a right-handed throwing first baseman? My favorite first baseman, Joey Votto. Line drive, base hit up the middle. Solid base hit. First of the afternoon for Cilio is on for the 2nd consecutive time. That's 4 hits for the Chieftains all told. And that extends the inning for Will Jackson.
Sophomore, you can see with that swing and defensively, he's really going to be a great addition for the senior legion team this year.
Second baseman number 20, Jackson.
There's
Second
Jackson.
base, Jackson.
Bounced out to fellow second baseman Singer's first stab up. And he takes a first pitch strike, no balls and 1 strike. Did you find it interesting here this afternoon, Elliott, is that he gets a lot of first pitch strikes, but then falls behind in the count a lot.
Right, and that's where he's got to do a better job to lower his pitch count, get through the order with less pitches.
There's a ball low that evens the count. Add a ball of strike.
After the hitters, after he gets that first strike, if you notice right there, he threw like an off-speed pitch. Get him 0-2 and then work with him from there. He's throwing too many pitches.
Pretty good lead for Cilio down at first. Got 1 foot on the carpet. And the 1-1 pitch stays low.
He's got strike 1, go after him. He's getting behind with his curveball. Now he's got 2-1, now he's got a hitter's count here.
Rosenbaum, the catcher, took exception to that call, turned around and wanted to talk to the umpire and see where that one was. Bob Williams calling the balls and strikes. And now it's a 3 ball and 1 strike count. Bottom part of the order, too. I mean, this is really where, as a pitcher, don't you want to be in attack mode?
Absolutely, go right after him. You got a good defense, go after him. He's 3-1, he's 1 pitch away from starting to rally here, 1st and 2nd.
And the 3-1 pitch, swinging a foul back at home plate. And the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jackson trying to extend the inning for right fielder Parker Murray, who's in the on-deck circle.
I got you.
Contact hitter. He might put Cilio in motion here. Dobbins is playing behind him, so you could see him run even though there's 1 out. But there's 2 outs here. He's going to be going.
And the 3-2 pitch is served down the right field line, a foul ball. He missed extra bases that time by about 3 or 4 feet down the right field side. That would have scored a run with the runner off.
Absolutely, that would have scored a run. And Jackson did a good job taking that pitch the other way. It was an outside pitch, and he took it to right field. They only missed by a couple feet.
Hit it where it's pitched. And he definitely did that time.
You want me to go to the mound?
Conard 4, Hall 2. Conard a runner at first, 2 down. As they bat here in the top of the third. Trying to win the Mayor's Cup for the first time. Lost last year 12-0. Hall also won 5-2 and 4-1 in the previous years. There's ball 4. So a little 2-out rally started by the 6 and 7 hitters in the Conard attack. And with runners at first and second and 2 down, here's Parker Murray.
Right fielder number 10, Murray. Right field.
That is just 2. Seems like a lot more considering how many pitches he's thrown.
But a lot of 3-2 counts.
And the first pitch to Murray is swung on and popped up. On the infield, left side of the infield. Here's McHale calling. He makes the catch for the out that retires the side. So in the inning, no runs, a hit, a walk, and 2 runners left. Middle of the third here at Fiandella Field. The score remains Conard 4, Hall 2 on WHC TV.
Again, today's game is being televised by WHC TV and produced by the War Chief Sports Council. It'll be rebroadcasted at 9 p.m. on June 13th and the 20th on Channel 5 on WHC TV. Broadcasting the booth today is Pete Lamro and color with Elliott Lane. Just a reminder, the concession stand is open, and members of the West Hartford Lightning or West Hartford Thunder will be happy to.
The War Chief Sports Council would like to thank our captain's level supporters, Hartford Distributors, Franklin Fine Beers, Cork and Bottle, the Babe Ruth Organization, and a new sponsor, the Final Cut Sports Barbershop. Thanks to them and all our sponsors for making games like this to be broadcast to be possible.
Leading off by now for the third inning.
Bottom of the third, here's Josh Singer to lead off. Finn McCann and Turner to follow, the second, third, and fourth hitters in the lineup. Josh grounded out to shortstop Melly his first time up. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. And Dakin's 1-0 is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Going on at the adjacent stadium right now is the softball matchup between Conard and Hall. As the 2-0 pitch backs him off the plate, 3 balls and no strikes. And in that softball matchup, Tom Berengi's Chieftains lead Hall 11-0 as they play in the 4th inning. Conard will improve to 11-8 if they go on to win that one. And they're going to make the state tournament as the 21st seed right now. 3-0 pitch is taken for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike to Singer. He's trying to sell that call and move down to first before the home plate umpire, Bob Williams, called him back. 3-1 pitch is popped up short right field. Coming on is Parker Murray. He's there camping and he makes the catch. 1 away.
Danny Roth, he's going to be our senior Legion starting shortstop. Two-sport athlete, plays basketball and baseball, and I think he's had a very good on-base percentage this year for the Hall Warriors.
Hitting in the designated hitter spot, number 24, Roth. Number 24, Roth.
Also a very good basketball player as well. for Brian Moretti's team.
About the first two batters. Typically, when Kelly leads off, Danny's been batting in the 2-hole.
Okay. But senior day, they switch things around.
Short for ball. McHale's, like you said, the pitcher, and he's going to be pitching the first game in the tournament, in the Class AA tournament. McHale will get the start.
He's got 4 wins on the season as their go-to guy. 2-0 pitch is taken for a strike, 2 balls and 1 strike. Team leading 16 RBIs for Roth this year. 6 doubles, a triple, and a homer, so you got to like his power numbers.
Against Justin Delicio, the kid from Northwest, that's raising a lot of eyebrows. And Danny hit one home run, and then he hit one off the fence against him also, and he's had 2.
Nice. 2 of his 8 extra base hits on the season. Pitch is swung on and driven to right field. Going back is Murray looking up into the sun, and he makes the catch for the second out. So Parker Murray with 2 putouts here in the 3rd inning. And Sam Turner will stand in.
The third baseman, number 13, Turner.
Sam had that
Third
RBI
base,
double that played in the
Turner.
first run of the game back in the 1st inning. Got the 3rd, but he was stranded there when Ian Henderson grounded out to first baseman Celio to end the inning. Left-handed batter, and he takes called strike 1. 320 batter on the season. Another one of those off the basketball team. Oh, 1 pitch is outside. That levels the count at a ball, a strike. Turner trying to extend the inning for Patrick McHale. Picasso puts down the sign. Dakin's 1-1 pitch. A little pop-up into short left center field. That's into no man's land. That's going to bounce in for a base hit. So a 2-out base hit for Turner. He's 2 for 2 on the afternoon. Has 2 of the 5 Hall base hits. And now here's McHale, who walked his first time up.
Good play by White. He could have dove, probably wouldn't have get it.
The shortstop,
By him,
number 10,
and then turned it in
McHale.
scoring position. So
Number
he
10,
played the hop,
McHale.
kept him at first. He's got 2 outs still. So it's still going to take more than a hit. Could be an extra base hit to get him in.
Smart play with a 2-run lead, and also a smart play to respect the turf.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're going to get that bounce. If he comes in too far, it could roll to the 400 zone. Turner could go all the way around.
So they'll take their chances with McHale, righty against righty, and the first pitch is low and inside for ball 1. Turner being held out at first by Celio. McHale's base on balls, the only walk issued by Dakin this afternoon. There's a swing and a fly ball into right center for field. Murray coming over, makes the catch. He has all 3 catches of the inning, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. After 3 in the Mayor's Cup game, it's 4-2 Conard on WHC TV, sponsored by
No
the War
runs
Chief Sports
and
Council.
1 hit. After 3 complete, it's 4-2 to Conard. A reminder that any player interested in playing summer baseball for the Farmington Bank program this summer or Babe Ruth is encouraged to fill out a pre-registration form. Farmington Bank will have tryouts starting next week. U13's tryout on Tuesday the 2nd, June 2nd at Hall High School. U15 potentially will be moved to Thursday the 4th, as well as the U19. For more information, contact Matt Celio. Fans in between this half inning will have a t-shirt giveaway, so get ready. The famous t-shirt giveaway will take place in between this half inning. Defensive changes for the Hall Warriors. Pitching number 10, McHale. Shortstop number 24, Roth.
War Chief Sports Council would like to recognize and thank the MVP sponsors, Aetna Life and Casualty, and their agents and brokers in your area. West Hartford Amateur Baseball Association, thanks to them for their contributions to the War Chief Sports Council to make broadcasts like this possible. Patrick McHale takes over on the mound for the Hall Warriors. Comes in from shortstop. And Danny Roth stays in the game after his pinch hit appearance, and he's the new shortstop for Jeff Billing and the Hall Warriors. He joined us late. Hall single runs in the first and second. Conard 4 unearned runs in the second inning, and the Chieftains have a 4-2 advantage. In fact, that 4-run inning, more runs than the Chieftains scored combined in the first 3 Mayor's Cup games.
Yeah, they played some smart baseball. They really got some timely hits after that error to score those 4 runs.
And the big hit was the 2 RBI single by Alex White after an RBI base hit by Lucas Bush. And both of those gentlemen will be coming up here in the 4th inning. It'll be 9-1 and 2. It'll be Melly, and then they'll flip the lineup over for the 3rd time to Bush and White.
Number 2, shortstop, Melly. Number 2, Melly.
Melly 1 for 1. He scored a run. Had a high chopper infield base hit that extended that 4-run second inning. And he takes the first pitch strike. No balls and 1 strike as Melly bats here leading off the 4th. Cut on and missed, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes.
McHale made a remarkable comeback last year. He got beamed and had an unbelievably black eye. We were really worried about him. But he recuperated, and now he's back on the mound.
Melly, a bouncing ball towards short. Roth, the gun, in time for the out. Nice play by the shortstop, Danny Roth. Tested immediately his first play defensively. What a cannon right there.
And he's got great footwork, and that's why you can see he's our senior legion shortstop. He really attacks the ball. Got a nice release, too.
Here's the leadoff hitter, number 8, the 3rd baseman, Bush.
What a plus when you can have an arm like that, too.
Well, he's 6'2". You don't see a lot of shortstops like that, except Cal Ripken and people like that. So he's got a really good footwork, good athlete.
So back to the top, and Lucas Bush, who reached on an error and then had that RBI single, stole a base and scored a run back in the second. He's 1 for 2 officially. 1-0 pitch, ground ball towards second. Nice play going down to his right finger. Gets up and throws So the middle infield defense flashing a little leather here in the 4th inning.
Well, you can see how when you
Center fielder, number 6, White. Center field.
But on the other hand, there's times where you got to really come and go get it like Danny Roth did. But Singer was able to stay backhanded it, made a nice play to first.
Looked like Brandon Phillips sliding to his right that time. So here's Alex White. He swings and drills one to center field, but right there, moving about 1 step to his right, is Neil Kelly to make the catch that retires the side. So a very quick 1-2-3 inning for McHale in his first inning of work. Nothing on, nothing across. Middle of the 4th inning. Score remains 4-2 Conard. It's the 4th annual Mayor's Cup on WHC TV, presented by the War Chief Sports Council. Back with more right after this. bottom half of the fourth inning. Hall needs 2 to tie.
Leader off the bottom half of the fourth inning, the right fielder, number 23, Henderson. 23, Henderson.
So here's Henderson to lead off. He grounded to first his first time up.
Henderson had 2 home runs early in the season. Looked like he was headed for maybe 6 or 7 homers during the season. I think his power numbers have fallen off since then.
Big kid, left-handed hitter.
And dangerous hitter, could take the ball the other way. They're playing him the pull. You see Santoro, he's almost in left center. White's all the way around to right center.
And you see the right side of the infield with Celio and Jackson back
Yeah.
on what would be the edge of the outfield grass.
Right.
Brendan Dakin's gone all the way on the mound. He's allowed 4 hits through the first 3 innings, and he's fallen behind here on Henderson. 3 balls and no strikes. And the 3-0 pitch, and that's ball 4. Whether it hit him or he did hit him.
Either way, he's at first base.
Either way, he's going to be at first with nobody out.
So Sam's up. He doubled last time.
Doubled and scored as he led off the second last time. And he comes to the plate representing the tying run.
Sam broke his ankle during the football season.
First baseman, number
Yes,
18,
he
He was
did.
the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
First base,
And
Robbins.
What an arm for Frank Robinson's team.
yeah, had a great season. Had surgery. Took the cast off. Started doing bullpens like late February, early March. So didn't have much of a spring training. But he's going to be one of our pitchers.
I was just going to ask you if he figures in your plans for
Absolutely.
the upcoming year.
He's going to be one of our pitchers on our senior legion team. And he's going to Gettysburg. So that's a great Division III baseball program.
Oh, absolutely. Conference at the mound as head coach Ty Bongiovanni comes out to talk to his battery as 5 pitches and 5 out of the strike zone. Early congratulations to Ty, his wife pregnant with their second child, and due at any time this week.
Right.
Ty hails down near where I'm from. He's a Meriden guy. I'm a Wallingford guy.
Right.
And thought it interesting that of Maloney and Platt, the 2 schools, he went to one, his father went to the other.
And I believe he went to Eastern.
He did go to
And that's
Eastern.
why they're playing tomorrow, Conard, at Eastern.
At Eastern
Right, they're playing Windsor.
against Windsor, right. Swing and a foul by Sam Dobbins.
So
And
one
it's
of the
1
best-
ball and 1 strike. I'm
So
sorry.
one of the best high school games on Friday. Windsor played East Catholic.
Oh,
And at Windsor, it was a really good baseball game. East Catholic won 3-2 in 8 innings. Good baseball. Could be
swing
a
a
double play
little
ball.
number towards second. Throw to second 1. Relay to first. Nice scoop, but he dropped the ball. Celio had it and then dropped it, and they couldn't complete the 4-6-3 twin killing. So they cut down the lead guy, and Dobbins safe on the fielder's
Left fielder,
choice.
number 12, Swiat. Left field, Swiat.
So Matt Squiat stands in. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Dakin this afternoon has walked 1, struck out 2. He's hit a batter. And
Another
scattering the 4 hits. I'm
Pinch,
sorry.
pinch running. Pinch runner for Dobbins here.
Down at first base.
Could be Phil Gitman. I'm going to see. Let's see.
I think it is. 48 would be the junior Phil Gitman.
Yep.
And a throw to first, and he's back standing. Four runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Conard. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 miscues for the Warriors. 1 on, 1 out. Ground ball to short. Go to second 1. Relay to first. Safe at first base. Gitman did a good job taking out the second
Absolutely.
baseman that
Yeah.
time, and that allowed Squiat to be safe at first.
That's right. Jackson didn't come across the bag. He stayed on the bag, and so the slide went into the bag, and Jackson had to delay his throw.
Catcher, number 6.
And
Rosenbaum.
Squiat's got good foot speed and beat it out.
Number 6.
So that extends the inning. And if you do nothing else, no disrespect to Rosenbaum, but you clear the 9th spot out of the order this inning, so you can lead
Correct.
off at the top next inning.
Start off with Kelly.
First pitch fastball, and that's outside for ball 1. You can tell Fracasso commands respect. He didn't come out of his crouch, fake the throw to first, and got the runner scurrying back to the back. Swing a loud foul on the left field
I
side.
think Santoro's got room.
Santoro in foul
does.
ground makes the catch. Nice running catch. Just about a foot away from that fence in left field. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, a hits batsman, and one left. 4 complete in West Hartford. The score remains Conard 4, Hall 2. You're watching the 4th annual Mayor's Cup game on WHC-TV, presented in concert by the War Chief Sports Council. Good to see you, Coach. Yeah, I got to work for him to work for my ex-wife.
You need relief? Do you need the relief eye? Never. All right. Come in here. No. I just think that
The War Chief Sports Council would like to thank our all-state supporters, Macu Plumbing and Heating, Reed and Reeves, PC Counselors at Law, ESPN, the West Hartford Youth Basketball League, the West Hartford Girls Lacrosse League, Conard PTO, the Hall PTO, and Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Gibson as well. Thanks to all of their sponsorship to make games like this possible to be broadcast as we go to the top half of inning at number 5. Pete Lamoureux along with the Legion coach, Elliott Lane, as we get set for the 3, 4, and 5 guys in the order. Muchin, Dakin, and Fracasso should be a good matchup here against Patrick McHale.
Yep.
Numbers for Michael. Mike, number 2 goes here. Number 1 goes here.
Mooch is 0 for 2 on the day. Flied out to left and struck out. As Patrick McHale.
McHale pitches off his curveball. He tries to get ahead of the batters, and then he's got a real good 12-6 curveball. You'll see it. If he gets your 0-2 or 1-2, he'll try to use it.
Swing and a foul. Right field side and out of play.
If he gets Jordan with 2 strikes at either 0-2 or 1-2, he'll start trying to use the deuce, try to get him to get out in front of a pitch.
Talked about Conard 4 and 14 on the season. A win here today, as it swung on and missed, certainly would make their season.
Absolutely. Listen, I'm a Conard grad, class of 68.
Oh,
so I can remember when you played Hall Conard, everyone's record didn't matter.
Threw it out the window, right?
Threw it out the window,
Yeah.
Absolutely. You want bragging rights for the town.
No
So
doubt.
I know Conard wants that cup. They haven't had it yet.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the first out of the inning. So 4 in a row set down by McHale as he's come out of the Hall bullpen here this afternoon.
The big thing with Patrick this year is he's throwing strikes. He's getting ahead of the hitters.
Makes all the difference, as you know.
Absolutely. Hasn't really walked too many. His strike to ball ratio is pretty good too. Here it is.
And there it is, strike 1.
It's almost like a slider.
Yeah.
It breaks down. For a young pitcher, it's a good pitch.
I mean, the bottom just fell out of that pitch right there. No balls and 1 strike to Dakin, who's 0 for 2. Bounced the second baseman Singer. He was also struck out by the starter Francis Byrne. Byrne worked 3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, but they were all unearned. Little humpback liner to second, easy play for Josh Singer, and that's the second out of the inning. So as Fracasso stands in, the 3, 4, and 5 guys for Conard combined 0 for 8 thus far, and they still have a 2-run lead.
They scored those runs in the bottom of the order in the top of the second off the error, and it was, I think they were like 7, 8, 9 at the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Catcher number 22 for Casso.
Picasso struck out, also popped to short. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. With 2 outs and nobody on here in the visiting half of the 5th inning.
See, I love these matchups. You've got 2 senior Legion players going at each other. So
Oh, you
we'll
must
hear
eat this
about it
up.
this summer. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I said, Henry's our catcher, one of our catchers. Tyler Rice is another catcher from Northwest on our team, and we got Patrick now pitching against him. So
2-1 pitch stays low. 3 balls and 1 strike. I think on the pitch before, when they did the appeal plate on, I think he got away with one.
I think he did.
Yeah. He swung and was not called by the base umpire Marcus Rinaldi this afternoon. 3-1 pitch is right down Broadway, so the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes as Henry tries to extend the inning for first baseman Joe Cilio. Payoff pitch on the way. Called strike 3, a beauty.
Same pitch.
Yeah, you called it.
Yeah.
And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing on, nothing across for a second consecutive inning as McHale has retired 6 in a row. Bottom half of the 5th inning upcoming with Conard in front of Hall 4-2 as you watch the 4th annual Mayor's Cup game right here on WHC TV, sponsored by the War Chief Sports Council. Back with more right after this.
A lot of hitters out because he's fast enough that he can get away with a lot of pitches. Sure. And so, but it was interesting for when Lucio pitched against Conard, on senior day Conard, he was throwing that fastball and with metal bats. They scored 7 runs against him in 2 innings, and that's the last win.
And that was the 7-4 win.
That's right. Yeah. But he's been lights out. But you know, Lucio needs to work on his off-speed pitch. If Lucio had a curveball like McHale did, he's going Bryant, so he's going a hell of a time.
Oh, okay.
But again, he needs to get his curveball to that level. It's easier to do that than to teach a kid to throw it in the 7th. That's got to give him.
I was just going to say that's got to be.
That's right. Sure. Did you see the difference between McHale and Bryant?
No, Grant is a senior at the some he's relative, maybe switch some. I don't know whether that's the route that you go.
Yeah. Top of the order. Yeah.
He's the next pitch. He usually pitches,
Not over 450.
I'm not sure how they're going to use it. Figure out if they need to sign him. They don't play till Monday, so okay.
Leading off bottom half of the 5th.
So the bottom of the 5th, and here's Neil Kelly trying to get on for a 3rd consecutive time. Singled and scored back in the 1st. RBI single in the 2nd. Tried to go all the way around to 3rd on that RBI base hit on the errant throw home, and he was gunned down at 3rd base.
I think the outcome of the game could really be decided in this inning because you've got Kelly, and then you've got the 2-hitter, and then you've got Roth. So we'll see what Kelly does here because I think that's really going to be determining the final score. Kelly wants to get on any way he can.
And he's ahead in the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Had a .541 on base percentage coming into today's game, and that's only been strengthened by getting on twice.
3-0 right here.
Yeah.
He's taken here.
It's not every day that you see somebody going on to Pitzer College in California. That's where he's headed.
He's originally from California, so he's moving back there.
3-0 pitch is a strike. You know, as good a baseball player as he is, really one of the unsung heroes of that football team. Boy, you could pop some guys down back in that secondary for Frank Robinson's team. 3-1 pitch is a
receiver too.
Yeah, terrific receiver.
Last year saw Conard game. He first play of the game. He caught like an 80-yard touchdown pass.
And he was gone.
Yeah, he was gone, and he had a lot of receptions this year.
Dakin's done a good job to work back in the count to 3-2, and the payoff pitch is ball 4.
You see that gesture? He knew what he created now with Kelly at first.
So Neil on for a 3rd consecutive time.
Second base at number 3.
And Josh Singer steps in.
Second base.
Josh
Singer.
bounced to short, fly it out to Murray in right. He's 0 for 2 on the day. As Elliott talked about, Danny Roth looming in the on-deck circle.
Threw it away.
And a pickoff play is thrown away.
He's going to go to
Kelly's
third.
going to go all the way to
No.
3rd. No, he's going to hold up at second base. He looked back and had the idea.
Coach Billings was holding him up.
Well, when you're 2 runs down, and anytime you don't want to make that 1st or 3rd out at 3rd base, right,
There you
Coach?
go. Absolutely. You're down 2. You're in scoring position already.
So Kelly goes to 2nd on the error, the 2nd error of the day for Brendan Dakin.
think he's going to let Singer hit away here. Try to hit the ball the right side, get him over, maybe get a hit.
And he swings and pops it back, foul, back at
Up
home
on the
plate.
softball field.
I've seen Kelly steal third base 6-7 times this year, and if they don't do a better job of holding him, he'll take it, even with Picasso's great arm. That's interesting here. The second baseman is deep, but letting the shortstop hold him. But see, when he goes back, he's got a chance.
The 0-1 pitch stays low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kelly on second, nobody out as Hall bats here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, trailing Conard with a count of 4-2. There's a glance towards second, and the 1-1 pitch is bounced up there. Nice job by Fracasso to keep it in front of him.
I think Dakin's getting tired. I see Abrahamson out in the bullpen, so that could be a move that they're going to make.
And especially as you work your way towards the middle part of this lineup.
Absolutely. Yeah, Abrahamson's throwing out there. He's a left-hander. He's a senior. I see him out there with Coach Volpe in the bullpen.
2-1 pitch is cut on and missed. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strikeout here would be a big one for Dakin. He's only fanned 2 on the afternoon. He's walked 2 and he's hit a batter as he scattered 5 hits. Swinging a number foul. Nice play by Jeff Billen. Still working that athleticism that he displayed at MIT.
That's right. At Fitch High School, too. Coach Billings played for Ed Harvey, father of Matt Harvey.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice
Called
curveball.
strike 3. Beautiful pitch right there. Just froze Josh Singer for the first out.
12-6 curveball. Big out. So
That's a gutsy call.
Shortstop.
gutsy call, and Paul didn't get Kelly over to third with 1 out. So now it's going to be up to Roth to knock him in.
Line drive fouled on the left field side. Just a bit out in front of that one.
Kelly wants to steal third here so bad. I can tell. Just see it.
Well, now it's more of a with 1 out. Isn't it more appropriate
Sure.
play?
Well, I'm telling you, if they don't hold him, he's going to go. So
Get the third with 1 out. There's so many more
Yeah,
ways you
see
can
him.
score.
Yeah, here he's going to. Yeah, Melly may take it.
Don't
Here he
even-
goes.
There you go. You called it.
Hit the right
High
spot.
pitch. Yeah, throw
Yeah,
to third.
safe.
Not in time. Nice call, Coach.
I coached third base for Senior Legion. He's on his own. Third base is easier to steal than second, and he was waiting for it.
So now a runner at third. And the pitch stays high, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. And it's interesting here that Ty Bongiovanni with the 2-run lead will concede the run for an out, not bringing the infield in.
Probably the smart move here.
Yep. Swung on, driven, left center
That's over
field
White's head.
on White's. And it's over his head and bounces over the fence for a ground rule double. So Roth with the big RBI base hit. Kelly comes in to score. And just like that, we got a 1-run game in this Mayor's Cup.
Roth displaying that power. You said he led the team in RBIs. You saw that stroke right there. That ball was 400 feet, right to the left of the 400 sign.
That's a 17th run batted in 20 games.
That's awesome. See if he's going to make a pitching change here. Yep, he
And
is.
he is.
Yeah,
Coach Bongiovanni takes Dakin out of the contest.
they can pitch very well.
He did. He fitted himself quite well.
Absolutely.
Pitched 4 1/3 this afternoon. Allowed 6 hits so far, 3 runs. He's, of course, responsible for Roth, who will be out at second base as Abrahamson comes into the contest.
In the booth now is Nick Miceli. Nick, the starting catcher at Wesleyan University, former Senior Legion player.
Nice.
Understand that he's playing in a wood bat league in Carolina.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just finished up his sophomore year. Wesleyan was in the Division III tournament, and they got beat by MIT. Otherwise, they would have had a chance to play, for the finals.
Nice.
But Wesleyan had a great team this year, and Nick was starting catcher, and then he was their closer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's a 4-year
It's a
senior
combination.
player. Yeah.
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 And a heck of an institution, too. Voted by the National College President's Board as the 9th best institution in the United States.
I think when I went to see Wesleyan play Bowdoin, they had a sign up about the field being like one of the oldest college fields in the country.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's magnificent too. You see on the hill, on the third base side, there must have been about 200 kids watching the game. So it's pretty exciting. Yeah,
Nice
pretty
setting.
Yeah, it
Nice
was
setting
a
for
Saturday afternoon game in April.
Nice.
One of the few warm days that we had.
I was
in
just going to
April.
say, did you have your parka on?
No,
or
it was 55, which was probably the warmest day of since we'd had since October.
Yeah, exactly right. So what can you tell us about the pitcher on the mound?
This is Abrahamson.
Yeah.
He's a crafty lefty. Again, works off his curveball. And he throws a lot of strikes and throws a lot of off-speed pitches.
Not going to overpower you.
No.
Okay.
But he throws strikes. And the times that I've seen him pitch, he's thrown a lot of strikes.
So head coach Ty Bongiovanni making the move. And then he talks things over with Bob Williams, the home plate umpire.
Abrahamson. Moving over to left field is number 18, Patrick Barron.
Patrick Barron comes in to play left field.
The infield stays the same.
So when play resumes, runner at second, 1 out. And Sam Turner will be looking for his 3rd hit of the afternoon. Had a ribby double in the first, singled in the third. He's 2 for 2.
Got a lefty-lefty matchup here. You don't see that much in high school.
I was just going to say.
Yeah,
no.
you don't really see it too much in high school.
Yeah.
Third baseman, number 13, Turner.
The most advantageous spot for a pitcher.
Right.
And his first pitch is cut on and fouled at home plate. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Conard's softball winning via the mercy rule today. So Tom Varengia's team will be the 21st seed in the Class XXL state tournament. Pitch is low, gets away from Fracasso, and no throw to third. So the tying run now just 90 feet away with less than 2 outs.
The infield's going to come in now. Coach Billing loves the suicide squeeze here, but I don't know if he's got the right batter up to do it.
Okay.
He likes to do it.
Say, maybe a little risky with the cleanup batter.
Yep.
Bounces away again from Fracasso. Oh, but not getting a good start was Roth, and he had to go back to third. Kind of stumbled as he came off the bat, or else he could have scored easily.
I think he could have, yeah.
But isn't that one of those cases, though, Coach, when you're in that spot, if you're in no man's land, better to err on the side of caution?
Yeah, if you hesitate, you're going to get thrown out at the plate. So
that's the ultimate. He who hesitates is lost,
that's
or in this case, out.
No question. The first read was the ball was just going to go up the line about 10 feet. You didn't expect it to roll all the way to the backstop. So tough to figure that one out.
Exactly. 2-1 pitch. Cut on and miss. Strike 2.
He keeps the ball away from the lefties. Sam's just looking to hit a fly ball here.
That's all.
Outfield is deep.
Little fly ball could tie the game. 2-2 pitch is nubbed foul at home plate. Good lefty-lefty battle here. Abrahamson out of the bullpen as he faces Sam Turner. Kelly led off with a walk. Went to second on an error, stole third, and after Singer struck out, Roth the RBI double. He went to third, swinging a long drive deep down the right field line, and that ball is foul. That's a 330-foot foul ball on the right field side.
That was a blast.
Wow.
He's got great power.
And lefty-lefty, too.
Well, he put the ball in the inside part of the plate.
In a pitch he could handle, and he drove it.
Yeah. He's got to keep this ball away if he wants to get a ground ball.
7th pitch of the at-bat. Bouncing ball to short, hit it solidly. They look the runner back to third. The throw to first. Nice play for the second out of the inning.
Play, yeah.
P.J. Melly, who just
Solid
started playing shortstop a couple of weeks ago.
Yep, they made the
Makes
switch.
The play.
Jackson moved over to second today. Melly's at short. Danny Roth had to go back. He would have been out at the plate.
Pitcher number 10, McHale. Number 10, McHale.
So here's Patrick McHale. Last chance for Hall to tie this game in this inning. Bouncer back to the mound. Abrahamson throws to first for the out that retires the side. So the lefty comes out of the pen and gets both Turner and McHale to keep Hall from tying it. 1 run, 1 hit, a runner left stranded at third. 5 in the books here in West Hartford. It's 4-3 Conard on WHC-TV. The game presented by the War Chief Sports Council. Back after this.
The score after 5 complete, Conard 4, Hall 3. This game will be rebroadcasted on June 13th and June 20th at 9 p.m. Aired on Channel 5 WHC-TV. Produced today by the War Chief Sports Council. Leading off the top half of the 6th inning, the first baseman, number 19, Celio.
Joe Celio leads off as we resume play here in the top half of the 6th inning. 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Conard. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Hall. McHale in his 3rd inning of work. And it's no balls and 1 strike. He's retired all 6 that he's faced coming out of the pen, replacing Francis Byrne, who gave up the 4 unearned runs, all back in the 2nd inning. The only offense that Conard's mustered this afternoon, but they still lead by a run. And the 0-1 pitch is in there for called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes.
Conard would like to get an insurance run because you know that in the 7th inning at least, the Hall lineup is going to run over again, and you're going to see Kelly and Roth and those guys back at the plate. So
exactly,
this is a big inning for Conard. Top of the 6th, top of the 7th. 4-3 might not be enough.
Just going to ask you that question. Bouncing ball up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop to knock it down, but Roth will have no play. It's an infield base hit for Celio, who's on base for a 3rd consecutive time. Walked and scored in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, and now an infield knock here in the 6th to get things going for the Chieftains.
Danny went all out, gave a dive, knocked it down. But Celio did a nice job getting a lead off here.
Second baseman, number 20, Jackson.
So, Coach, how do you approach things now as you work towards the bottom of the lineup? Conventional wisdom might be to bunt here, get that runner in scoring position, but then you would still have the 8th and 9th hitters to follow. So how would you attack this?
I'm definitely bunting here. I'm going to take my 2 chances here to get a runner in scoring position. They put Sam Newton in to run for Joe. They have a re-entry rule, so Joe can go back in.
Okay.
So I think they're going to see a bunt here.
Jackson's
Jackson's a good bunter.
grounded to second and walked 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
He didn't give it away, but
Throw back to first, and the runner back in standing.
they have a new third baseman at Hall, Omar Moreno. I don't know if you saw that.
Converted third baseman. Used
Yeah.
to be their shortstop.
Yeah, but he's playing third now. He's creeping in. Didn't bunt.
And the pitch is taken inside for ball 1.
He might have missed the sign because here now, coach is talking to him.
This is certainly a big enough juncture in the game that they want to make sure that they're definitely on
Absolutely.
the same page.
But when he doesn't square the bunt on the first pitch, and then after the pitch, the coach calls the kid down, chances are he missed a sign. Now he wants to bunt towards first base here because Dobbins is holding him on. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he squares.
And he takes the bat back. Throw
got
back
him.
to first. He's got him, but he
Oh.
doesn't apply the tag in time. Wow, that was a close play, and he
Yeah.
just didn't lower the glove in time.
Right, he didn't get back to the base. A lot of times what we do is we'll pitch out and then have the first baseman not charge. And then if he goes like that, then you throw down. The runner on
throw
first,
behind
yeah,
him.
the runner on first has got to see the ball on the ground before he breaks. He broke before.
And before the 2-0
Yeah,
pitch, another
right.
throw back to first and
Newton
back
started
standing.
running to second when he squared,
Mhm.
and so you got to see the ball on the ground. Sacrifice situation. See Moreno here is charging. The bunt's got to go to first. It's obvious that he was supposed to bunt on the first pitch because now he's bunting on the second pitch. So it's 2-0. Bunt again.
And it gets away from the catcher, but indecision on the part of the pinch runner, and he'll go back to first, but the count is 3 balls and no strikes.
Right.
So in lieu of the bunt, McHale might just help them out with a walk here.
That's right. First and second.
.30 pitch on the way. And taking all the way for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike.
He's putting the bunt back on here, I bet. Yep. Can put the bunt back on.
At least for 1 more pitch. And
Yep.
maybe take it off if it goes to a full count.
Right.
McHale, a long look over to the runner at first.
Moreno's about 10 feet inside the bag. Singer is short, shading towards first. We'll see if he squares here. He does.
3-1 pitch. Bunted high in the air and back off the screen in front of us. And the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
See, that's what so many kids do. You're in a sacrifice situation, so what do they do? They run when they bunt. Just stay there, give yourself up dislocation. If you notice, he was
Back, kid. Do your job. Move him over
Exactly.
now. Move him over.
stay there like a statue. Bunt it towards first. Oh, thanks.
Here's the payoff pitch on the way. The runner takes off. They play hit and run on the 3-2. And it's fouled back of the screen in front of us. So back to first goes the pinch runner, and we'll do it all over again.
I like that move. Be aggressive.
Yeah.
Jackson seems like he's putting the ball in play. Stay out of the double play.
Mm-hmm.
You could have a strike him out, throw him out, but still, Newton's got very good speed.
And before the payoff pitch, another throw back to first, and back standing is the runner. (4-3) Conard as we play in the top half of the 6th inning. Chieftains trying to play a little add-on. Payoff pitch again is swung on and fouled off.
Now that time he didn't run.
Interesting how
Yeah.
Coach Giovanni mixing things up a little bit.
I guess so, yeah.
So we're going to get set for McHale throwing to Jackson for the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Runner takes off. Strike 3. Throw down to second is not in time. So they get the strikeout. but by having the runner in motion, it works like the bunt.
That's right. What an interesting at bat.
Really was.
Doesn't bunt the first pitch, got the sign, missed it. Second pitch, bunted. So now he gets him over.
Good throw by Rosenbaum. Probably would have had him, but he threw it on the left field side of the second base bag.
Right.
The strikeout is the third by McHale out of the bullpen in just the 8 batters that he's faced.
P.J. Melly. Is that who's up here, P.J. Melly?
It's a pinch hitter, actually. Murray was supposed to bat. He was scheduled.
Oh.
And they're going to go to, who's number 12? Tom Link.
Okay.
Is batting here for Murray, who was 0 for 2 on the afternoon. And he takes the first pitch outside. So Tom Link.
Number 12, Link. Pitch hitting for Murray. Number 12, Link.
1-0. Potential insurance run down at second with 1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. McHale's pitch swung on and bounced towards short. Roth has the high hop, throws to first for the out, 2 men down. So the pinch hitter Link retired. Runner crosses over to third. He's now 90 feet away, but 2 down in the inning. And P.J. Melly stands in.
Big spot here for Melly.
Number 2, the shortstop, Melly. Number 2, Melly.
P.J. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Singled and scored in the second. Bounced out to short in the fourth. Member of Greg Raymer's hockey team.
That's right.
Defenseman. What a terrific year they had. Got all the way to the semifinals. And the 1-0 is cut on and missed.
See how McHale battles. He just battles every at bat.
And that's the word that his coach wrote. There it is right on the sheet.
Yeah.
Swinging a number foul, third base side.
Gives him a base hit, strikes out the next batter, gets another out. Now he's 1 strike away from getting out of the inning.
It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs and the pinch runner at third. From the stretch, it's McHale. Looks towards third. Breaking ball, called strike 3. That retires the side. Second strikeout in the inning, 4th in the last 2 innings for Patrick McHale. And Conard has their opportunity to go by the board. Middle of the 6th inning, it's 4-3. Conard in front. You're watching the Mayor's Cup on WHC TV. Back with more right after this.
See, we play a different game because we have good bat. All the difference, right. So, no matter where I am in the lineup, I'm on the situation. Oh yeah, I'll have my 3-hitter bunt if I have to.
Would you? Oh, interesting. That's interesting.
I might. Yes. I've got a runner on second base. I might. You know, depends on the situation. It depends who my 5-hitter is.
Sure.
I got to have a strong 5-hitter because they can walk my 4 to pitch to my 5.
Yeah. So you got that behind them.
Correct. I've seen that happen too.
Okay.
You know, you bunt them over, and then the next thing you know. Now I saw in the East Catholic Windsor game, they walked with 2 outs. And actually, what happened was, first guy they led off with a single, and he didn't bunt. Post didn't bunt. Hopped up, didn't get him over, and then he passed ball, got him over, and he walked into the back. So it happens. All right. Yeah, it's a different game.
The War Chief Sports Council would like to thank the captain's level supporters, Hartford Distributors, Franklin Fine Beers, Cork and Bottle, the Bay Ruth Organization, and a new sponsor, the Final Cut Sports Barbershop. Swung on, base hit in the right field. Ian Henderson leading off with the base hit, sharply in the right.
Celio made a nice dive, just went over his glove.
7th hit this afternoon for Hall, and the first for Henderson.
See if previously pinch runner here. You might get a pinch runner here.
Okay. Well, he is a potential tying run, so you want as much speed as you can.
Yeah.
And now a timeout, and Ty Bongiovanni out of the Conard dugout. He's going to meet with his battery mates at the mound. Travis Abrahamson and Henry Fracassa. Also, Jeff Billing gets an opportunity to talk to Sam Dobbins. Sam comes up at 1 for 2 on the afternoon, doubled and scored in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. So Henderson stays as the runner at first. Dobbins stands up. Showing bunt. It's a good one.
Good bunt.
Fielded by Abrahamson. Throws to first, and the out is recorded.
Nice scoop by Celio.
It really was.
So he can pick him.
Sack is 1-3, and Henderson down to second, representing the tying run in scoring position with 1 out. And Squiet comes to the plate.
Left fielder number 12, Squiet. Number 12, Squiet.
Matt 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Struck out. He also reached on a fielder's choice as Fracassa calls time to go out to the mound and talk to Abrahamson. Travis on in his first full inning of relief came on and worked out of a runner at third, 1 out jam in the 5th, retiring Turner and McHale to get out of the inning. And here comes Bongiovanni back to the mound.
He's going to the dugout.
And he's going to the bullpen once again. So Abrahamson done after 4 batters over 2 innings. 1 inning of work, 1 hit. So far, no runs, but he's responsible for the man at second.
I think he brought in Mike Matthews, a sophomore.
3rd pitcher of the afternoon for the Chieftains.
Matthews is a sophomore. He's on our junior legion team. And Coach Bongiovanni's got a nice group of sophomores for 2 more years after this year with Celio, Matthews, and Michael Mack.
So he can turn things around with the program.
Absolutely.
Did very well in his first 3 years as head coach. Team has slipped a little bit just with their record. But he's also one to point out, hey, you know, we had 8 games that we lost where we were tied or ahead after the 5th inning. And they were the victim of 4 walk-offs this year. So,
well, the CCC West is tough baseball. When you're playing Southington, Simsbury, Northwest, you're playing some of the best teams around. I know in Senior Legion, you know, those are some tough teams that we play. Simsbury is in Zone 1, Southington's in Zone 1. Those teams are always in the final 16.
strong teams.
Strong teams.
Year in and year out.
Absolutely.
So what can we expect from Matthews?
Fastball.
Okay.
He's got a good fastball. Throws hard.
He's got
for a
the
sophomore.
He's got the motivation to get these 2 guys out, because if he doesn't, he has to face Kelly.
Right. Unless there's a base open.
Right.
If I got first base open, I'm not pitching to Kelly.
I don't blame you. Henderson led off this inning with a clean single. He was sacrificed to second by Dobbins. Good bunts, third base side. And then head coach Ty Bongiovanni of Conard summoning Mike Matthews from the bullpen.
This is similar to the fourth inning where we were down the bottom of the order, and Kelly was lurking, sitting in the hole after the on-deck batter.
Yeah.
And he was able to get Squiat and get Rosenbaum.
Yeah.
And so Kelly led off the fifth, and that led to a run. So here he's in the same situation. He's in the 8th spot in the batting order. He's got a runner on second, and he's got
Left fielder number 12, Squiat. Left field, Squiat.
Rosenbaum. Yeah, he's got Rosenbaum on deck.
And the War Chief Sports Council. I'd like to thank our MVP sponsors, Aetna Life and Casualty, and their agents and brokers, and the West Hartford Amateur Baseball Association. Thanks to all our sponsors. And their contributions make games and broadcasts like these possible. So Matthews, a word from base umpire Marcus Rinaldi. And Bob Williams has the balls and strikes for us behind home plate today. And now we're set. Righty versus righty is Matthews against Squiat. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. And stepping off is Matthews. Hall, another opportunity to tie. Base hit to the outfield would draw them even. And the 0-1 is bounced up there. Gets away from Fracasso. By the time he picks it up, going into third base is Henderson.
So now you've got a runner on third. You've got one out. You've got Squiat at the plate. Squiat has suicide squeeze before.
Okay.
Can't remember exactly what game, but I know he's pretty good bunter. Not a fast runner on third, but he might do the suicide. Infield's in. 1-1's the count.
It's a 1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a number. Left side of the infield, picked up by the pitcher. He fakes the throw back to third. Oh, they call him out.
He's out at third.
Wow. Tough call right there.
Henderson came down the line, and Matthews made a nice play. He knew he didn't have a play at first, and he turned around, and he threw back to third, and he got Henderson.
What a play. How big is
Yeah,
that?
big play. Now you've got
tying run on first instead of third.
There you go. He would have been first and third.
Ground ball to second. Nice hop for Jackson. Throws
Got out
out
of
to
the inning.
Cilio, and they're out of the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and one left. We go to the seventh. Conard still nursing a 4-3 lead here on WHC TV.
It's 4-3, Conard.
So, top half of the 7th inning upcoming. It's been a good one. Conard all of their runs unearned as part of a 4-run second inning. Hall has tried to claw back. Single runs in the 2nd and 5th after they also scored in the 1st. And a couple of times, Elliott, they've put the tying run in scoring position. Just so far can't deliver, but still 1 inning to go, and Kelly lurking at the top of that order.
At the top of the order. I mean, he's the tying run.
So Lucas Bush to lead things off, up for a 4th time today. He's 1 for 3 with a run and a ribby. Reached on an error, singled in a run and scored in the 2nd, bounced out to the second baseman Singer in the 4th. There's a nubber left side of the infield, and the throw to first is not going to be in time. Little indecision on the part of Roth that time. He let the ball play him instead of him playing the ball, and it cost him the single.
He saw Moreno come over to the left to maybe cut the ball off, but he's got to communicate with him and say, I've got it, and just go right after it and call him off.
Center field number 6, White.
So here's Alex White. That's the key hit in this game for Conard. 2 RBI single in the 2nd that capped off that 4-run uprising. Throw back to first, not in time. Before that, Alex struck out. After that, he flied to center. He's 1 for 3 on the day.
I don't think he's going to bunt White here. I think he's going to let him hit. He's the best hitter on the team. He's got a lot of power. Could hit a gap. Not going to run that way.
Another throw to first, not in time.
Outfield's deep, so any kind of hit could lead to first and third. Bush has got good speed.
And Alex 6 hits in his last 14 at bats coming into this game.
So he's hot. And he bunts.
And he's shown bunt. He bunts it foul, first base side.
See, but that's not the kind of pitch you want to bunt. That's
Just going to say, up in your eyes. Yeah, I was just going to say that.
That's a ball.
Head up, kid.
Now you got, now you got. So now he's 0-1.
Again, it's McHale from the stretch. Comes plateward, and it's outside. Nice stop by Rosenbaum that time.
You tell kids all the time, just because you have the bunt sign doesn't mean you have to bunt. The ball's in the dirt or the ball's over your head. Let it go.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
that's
you still have to make a batter's decision.
absolutely. That's the 2 things we try to teach kids, that, and if you're in a sacrifice situation, square. See how he's running again?
Yeah, good point.
Before the ball makes contact, they're moving towards first base. You got to be patient.
One ball and 2 strikes.
He's going to hit here. He's not going to waste the at bat.
Sure. They have an overdue Jordan Muchin on deck. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts.
Looks like a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter. Michael Mack.
Throw back to first. And it's not in time.
Mack's one of the 3 sophomores I was telling you about. Good lefty batter.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, nobody down. Bouncing ball to third. Throw to second. They get 1, and that's all they're going to get. Good
Nice
aggressive
slide.
base running, yeah, to take the second baseman Singer out. Yeah, he's out at second base.
Yeah, no, right.
So White reaches on the fielder's choice. Nice play by Montalvo to Singer that time to get the force out.
That was a high chopper. Omar made a nice play on that. Fired a strike.
Defensive substitution.
Coach,
Interesting, you have 2 coaches arguing. You have Bongiovanni arguing whether he thought he was
out or safe,
out or
and
safe.
Billings is arguing whether there was a legal slide, and then whether it was interference. And he's saying the Bush slid into the bag and then came across the bag, so there was no intent to injure. So, leaving it as it is.
I think the right call in both cases.
Both cases, right? Out at second, definitely,
Pitching number 14.
and a good slide.
Pitching for Muchin, number 14.
So Mike Mack is going to step in and pinch hit for Jordan Muchin. And first pitch swinging, he fouls it off the screen in front of us.
I'd expect that at some time in this count, White's going to try to steal second. He's got great speed, and he should be able to get a good jump.
Remember a year ago, doing the games on the radio, he had double-digit steals a year ago.
Absolutely.
And throw to first, and they call him out.
Oh.
And I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
the first
sure about
base
that one
coach
either.
is going to argue that one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the first base coach is telling him he's wrong. I don't disagree with it.
That's a big second out of the inning right there.
Yeah, that was a tough call.
Marcus Rinaldi with the call. Half swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way. Cut on and miss for strike 3, and that retires the side.
Struck him out with a curveball.
And it was a beauty. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. Last chance time for the Warriors to go to the bottom half of the 7th inning with Conard in front, 4-3 on WHC TV.
Car keys, or house keys. If you have an artist club card attached to your keys, we have your keys. It's like some kind of a locker key and maybe a house key. If you're sitting in the front row and you left a set of keys, artist club card, you have your keys. Players interested in playing summer baseball for Farmington Bank or Babe Ruth, you're urged to submit your pre-registration form as quickly as possible. Tryouts for Farmington Bank, U13, U15, and U19 will be held next week in Hall High School. Today's game will be rebroadcasted on June 13th and June 20th. Channel 5, WHC-TV. And produced today by the War Chief All Sports Council.
It's actually really good shape. It really is. You know, Rick's spent a lot of time to do it. Both the JV field and stuff. Thank God we got those up there too. So. I would get the mic with
Last inning, bottom of the 7th.
Leading off, in the bottom half of the 7th, with all Warriors, number 1 in center field.
So here we go. Here's Neil Kelly to lead things off here in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
On base every time.
Yeah, singled and scored in the first, RBI single in the second, walked and scored in the 5th. Matthews, first pitch,
Another hit.
left side, base hit into
Another
left
base
field.
hit.
So there's your table setter. 3 for 3 with a walk on base all 4 times today, and he represents the tying run at first with nobody down.
Went on the first pitch. A player like Kelly loves artificial turf.
Oh, sure.
Absolutely.
Just bounce it down on that
Absolutely.
thing and go wild.
Right. So now is he, Coach Billings going to,
Now, are we going to see steal first, or bunt, or combination of the two, or one or the other?
I'm guessing steal.
Okay. And how many pitches do you give him?
He may go on the second pitch.
And a fake back to first, and Neil back standing. Singer 0 for 3 on the day. Bounced to short, fly to right, struck out. Mike Matthews trying to nail it down for the Conard Chieftains.
He bunts.
And he bunts it. Picked up by the pitcher. And
Threw
a
it
high
over.
throw, and he throws it away. Going to third is Kelly, and Singer on at first. So the potential tying run at third, the potential winning run at first, and nobody out.
He set, and he looked at his target, and unfortunately he just overthrew the target.
Wow.
Big play.
And now a discussion between the home plate umpire and head coach Jeff Billing. And what could they be talking about right here, Elliot?
He might be talking about whether Singer was in the box as he was running down the line.
Okay.
You have to be in the box. So if you're outside the box, you could be called out.
Bob Williams, the home plate umpire, asked Marcus Rinaldi, the base umpire, to go and talk things over. Both head coaches, both umpires confirmed.
Right. It's the home plate umpire's call because he has the angle. He can see whether, when Matthews went to throw the ball to first base, whether Singer was in the box or outside the box. Yeah, he's calling Singer out.
Oh, my goodness.
He's calling Singer out for being outside the box.
And then Kelly has to come back to
Yes,
first.
right. He's out.
Because then it becomes a dead ball.
That's right.
Wow. What
That's what he's
an
called.
interesting development right here. So instead of first and third, nobody out, you got a runner at first with one out. Yeah.
The runner has to be in that box, and if he's outside of the box, it's called interference. And that's what the call is. As Coach Billings is shaking his head.
Wow.
The home plate umpire called him out. He wasn't in the box.
What a monumental difference in
Yeah,
this contest.
That's right. Obstruction. Yeah, that's obstruction.
And the error comes off the board, which would have been not only the third error of the day for Conard, but all by the pitcher's spot.
And if you notice, the runner can't even advance.
Right.
He has to go back to first.
Play is runner's interference, obstruction.
Wow. So here's Roth, who's 1 for 2. RBI
Right.
double his last time up. Matthews and Fracasso meeting at the mound as they talk with
You see that
umpire
call made
Rinaldi.
more on the major league level, the
Yeah.
minor league level, because they have really, 4 umpires. But very difficult to make that call. It's really on the home plate umpire to make that call because the first base umpire, he's between first and second. He's in what they call the A slot, so
Right,
there's no way
right.
he has the angle.
Right.
But obviously, the home plate umpire saw it and he called it.
So make that call. To make that call, he's got to make it authoritatively.
He didn't make it authoritatively.
Yeah.
He didn't put his hands up right away, or and do that.
So with the delay, they're just allowing the pitcher Matthews to loosen up with a few warm-up tosses.
I know a lot of times when a runner is running to a base and is impeded by a fielder, you'll see the umpire point or raise his hand or whatever to call
Right.
the interference. This would happen, seem like after the play. After the play was over, Coach Bongiovanni might have said something and the umpire agreed and called it out.
Unreal.
I think a lot of young players don't understand why that box is there. It's probably, about 20 feet long, about 3 feet wide.
If that, yeah.
Yeah, but you've got to be in that box as you come down the line.
And like you said, it's a call that's made so rare
Right.
at this level.
Right.
I mean, I saw it in a major league game about 2 weeks ago. But again, like you said, in the major league level, you see it. If you watch every day like I do, you see it maybe 5-10 times a year.
Correct.
But I've never, in 10 years of doing high school games on the radio or TV, never seen that.
No, never seen it in the Mayor's Cup.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
Well, what a turnaround. I mean, here you're looking at the
Yeah.
winning run being on first,
Exactly.
probably the game being tied for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And now you've got Kelly back at first with 1 out.
Yeah, you would have had the potential tying run at third, nobody down.
See, now they're looking at the rule book. They're looking at the rule book because I think what they're looking to do is to find out what happens to the runner.
Okay.
I think they want to find out what happens to Kelly. Is he stuck at first base or is he permitted to advance?
And that's really huge. If he's permitted to go down to second, he can
Right.
score on a base hit to the outfield. Now, since there's 1 out in the inning. A lot of controversy in Mayor's Cup game number 4. And not only has Hall won the prior 3 matchups, they've outscored Conard 21-3 in those 3 games.
This would be a great time to announce West Hartford Amateur Baseball's first-year award for volunteer and mentoring as a player. That award will be awarded to Andrew Zinzarella for his volunteerism and mentoring of young players during the winter workouts.
So the ruling on the field
Shortstop
stands,
number 24.
and Kelly's staying at first base.
Amazing.
So it's like a dead ball.
Amazing.
That's what it is. All right, now let's see if Kelly's going to.
So here's Roth standing in. Righty against righty, now with 1 out runner on first. And
All right.
Matthew steps off and bluffs Kelly back to first.
Well, with 1 out, Roth is not going to be bunting, so it's going to be up to Kelly as to whether and when he's going to try to steal second. You know that's coming.
Matthews from the set. Now Roth asks for time, as Matthews took too much time. Coach, is this a call that where Kelly's on his own, or does he get instruction from Coach Bill?
I think he's probably on his own because he's had so much success all season long.
And first pitch is a ball, and it gets off the glove of Fracasso, and there's Kelly down to second.
Well, it worked. He just had to wait 1 pitch, didn't even have to go.
Next question: does he take off for third if he gets the
Again,
opportunity?
just like a few innings ago, if they don't do a good job in holding him at second base, he'll be on third base. And right now, we're going to see if they're going to be able to hold him. If you notice, they're not holding him. Now he's there now. Yeah,
And that cat and mouse game
that's right.
pulls Melly over, and it gives
Yeah.
that whole left side of the infield here to Roth to find.
Usually it's the second baseman that's holding, but Conard's holding him with the shortstop. He's going.
He takes off for third, and the ball is dropped by Fracasso, and he's in steal with the steal. So I had written down on the score sheet that he was at third, and I didn't have to take that off.
So now you've got 1 out. You've got a 2-0 count. Now the suicide squeeze is in play again. So is Danny going to suicide, or is he going to hit away?
And it's a 2-0 pitch. Cut on it, missed, strike 1.
Okay, 2-1 count. I think he's got him hitting away here.
Come on, Michael! Come on, Matthew!
Infield is in.
Yeah.
Trying to cut down the potential tying run at the plate. 2-1 with 1 out, runner at third. And the pitch. And a nice job to check his swing in time, and it goes to 3 balls and a strike.
Well, he won't suicide on the 3-1 count, so got Danny swinging away. He's got the infield in, Conard. Kelly's probably going on contact, except back to the pitcher.
Look towards third. And the 3-1.
Ball 4.
Ball 4. So Roth is on. He represents the potential winning run at first. 1 out in the inning. And they're going to get their first and third that they probably should have had in the first place, and only is going to be 1 out later.
Right. So now it'll be interesting to see if Roth is going to take off. You've got the corners probably playing in, and you've got second and short playing back.
Re-entering in the third base position, number 13, Turner.
So Sam Turner up.
13, Turner.
What's really be interesting, if Roth takes off, will Fracasso hold the ball, or will he throw to second? It's going to be a tough call. Probably going to hold the ball. Doesn't want to let the tying run score, but that puts the winning run on second, and there he goes.
There he goes.
And he holds it.
And he fakes the throw. Looks Kelly back to third. And now a base hit can win the game potentially for the Warriors. And Turner's already had 2 hits today. Had a ribby double in the first, a single in the third, bounces short in the fifth. He's 2 for 3. Came in batting.
He's going to put him on.
308.
Yeah, makes sense.
That way you get the force at any base.
Correct. Well, Kelly is so fast that you, number one, you get a righty-righty matchup with McHale,
Yeah.
and now you've got a force at the plate. You know, and so at least you got a shot to get Kelly at home on a ground ball, because with his speed, it's probably going to be difficult to throw him out on the tag play.
So here's McHale. Walked in the first, flied out to right in the third, and bounced back to the box in the fifth. Nothing for 2. And now head coach Ty Bongiovanni will confer with his battery mates out at the mound.
One of the interesting rule changes is high school baseball plays what's called the federation rule. So they didn't have to pitch to him, they just sent him down.
I like that rule.
Right.
I like that rule a lot.
American Legion baseball plays, follows the rules of the American League, and so we would have to pitch to him to walk him intentionally.
How do you stand on that, Coach?
I like the federation rule, just let him go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, quickens the game.
I think they should do that in the majors as well.
They probably should.
It was interesting as Coach Bongiovanni met with the pitcher and catcher.
Right.
Jeff Billing met with all the base runners.
Yeah.
Just wanted to go over every possible instruction that he could.
So here we are.
Infield in, 3 on, 1 out. Matthews against McHale. Swung on it, missed, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Mike Matthews, the 3rd pitcher employed by Ty Bongiovanni this afternoon.
Ross got a big lead at second. No one holding him on, so on a base hit, he's probably going to score.
The 0-1. Swinging a foul for his base side. That sends some of the Hall players scurrying down there.
0-2.
So big advantage for Matthews here.
Yeah.
McHale hitting with Ian Henderson on deck. The set in the 0-2. Now he steps off. Interesting pitch call upcoming here from Matthews.
Right. Throw one out of the strike zone here, probably.
Good call. Just missed outside. You can hear the Hall fans.
Yeah, the
Conard fans.
The Conard fans wanted that one.
Yeah.
Coach Bongiovanni almost ran out onto the field. He jumped. Yeah.
The 1-2. Nice stop by Picasso.
Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
2-2.
That's a danger of throwing a waste pitch in this situation. You could possibly throw into the backstop and tie the game.
Well, Matthews wants to make it happen here. He doesn't want to go 3-2.
Want the action pitch to be here.
Right here, 2-2. Kelly's inching down towards the plate. He's ready to go if it hits it.
The 2-2. Cut on it, missed. Strike 3. Got him to chase a high fastball out of the strike zone.
Great pitch.
Wow. Well, you talk about drama.
Yeah, here it is.
3 on, 2 out, and a 1-run game in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And it's up to Ian Henderson, who grounded to first, was hit by a pitch and singled. He's 1 for 2 on the day.
All right.
Lefty batter against the righty pitcher.
20 years from now, we'll be talking about this at bat.
Absolutely.
The Mayor's Cup is on the line right here.
Yeah. Infield drops back. And first pitch fastball is high. Ball 1.
23, Henderson. 23, Henderson.
Infield is deep at first, second, and short.
You got to be careful with a pass ball here because anything that Picasso gets by him a little bit, Kelly's going to take a shot here.
Sure he will.
Yeah.
Third baseman Bush even with the bag at third. Cut on and missed.
Pitch.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Kept the ball away from him. Henderson's a free swinger, so.
231 batter. The only player on the team with 2 home runs, but he just needs a single right here. And Kelly dancing off third is really
for a
getting into
balk.
the head of Matthews.
For a balk. Well,
Yeah,
he knows.
sure.
They know how fast he is. You know, they know what a tremendous athlete he is, and believe me, if he could try to steal home, he would. But easier to steal home with a lefty pitcher than a righty because he's looking right at him.
Right. The 1-1. Cut on it. There's strike 2. And here comes Kelly to the plate. He slides. Oh, they call him out, and the game is over. Delayed steal. Kelly is nailed at home plate. And the Conard Chieftains, what a way to win their first ever Mayor's Cup as they hold on staving off a bases loaded 1-out situation in the bottom of the 7th, and the Chieftains win 4-3. And oh my gosh, Elliot, can you believe what we just saw?
You know, you see that play happen a lot at the youth baseball Little League level when they throw the ball back to the pitcher, and he waited for 2 strikes and he gambled. And congratulations to the Conard Chieftains. What a well-played game, 4-3, and they win their first Mayor's Cup, and that'll have something to be happy about for the rest of the summer, and the Hall team will get to play in the Class LL tournament. And good luck to them on June 1st.
Absolutely. Elliot, thanks so much.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a real pleasure.
Did a great job. Elliot
Thank
Lane
you.
looked for him and his American Legion team a little bit later on this summer. So 4-3 the final, as Conard able to hold on. Mike Matthews earns the save. Conard gets all 4 of their runs in the second inning, and then they're able to hold on as they keep Hall off the board, despite Hall having tying runs in scoring position in the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings. We're going to come back with our post-game interview right after this. Again, the final, Conard 4, Hall 3. Back after this on WHC-TV. Bon Giovanni's been a great coach for 5 years at Conard, and he wins his first Mayor's Cup. Have you ever seen a game end like that?
No, I've actually never seen that type of play. That's the great thing about baseball.
Congratulations. That has to be one way to, I know you play another game tomorrow, but what a way to cap off the season.
Yeah, we talked a lot yesterday at practice about making sure we came out with a lot of positive thoughts, and even season in a positive way, because our season hasn't been what we hoped it would be up to this point. And obviously, I'm very happy for the seniors, all of our guys, particularly the seniors.
You got 4 runs in the second inning, all after 2 were out, all unearned runs, and that was enough. And boy, the pitching down the stretch, Mike included. All 3 of the kids on the mound were just absolutely tremendous. And you dodged bullets in the 5th, 6th, and 7th and deserve the win.
Yeah, we've had a lot of close games, particularly like that this season, and a lot of them have gone the other way. So it was, and no fault to our guys. We had some good luck today. In other spots, we've had the opposite luck. So it was really great to see our guys able to have a positive experience in the same type of situation. So,
and more importantly, in advance, congratulations on the second addition to your family, to you and your wife. That's great.
My wife was actually here, and she left a little bit early. I'm glad, because she probably would have gone into labor in that last inning. So I'm glad she caught some of the game, but left before the labor-inducing ending.
And Mike, what a way to end the game. Absolutely tremendous.
Thank you. Never thought that would happen. Just happened like that, and it's great.
Did you see Kelly breaking in the corner of your eye? Were you tipped off by the guys in the dugout? How did that play evolve?
I never even saw him. It was just the guys from the dugout yelling for me to throw, and it was just instinct. So that's all I did right there.
After the loss in football, now you come out and get them in baseball. And how about for the seniors, too, to go out on a winning note? Just tremendous.
Yeah, it's great. It's the first time we've won in a while and lost in football, so something we really needed, I thought. So that's great.
Congratulations again. Thank you. Mike Matthews, Ty Bon Giovanni, great job.
Thank you for doing the game today.
Our pleasure. And we'll come back right after this. Well, the 4th annual Mayor's Cup game is in the books, and they're going to remember this one for a long, long time. Neil Kelly getting thrown out at home by Mike Matthews to end the game, and Conard able to hold on and preserve what is a 4-3 victory. So an otherwise disappointing season for the Chieftains. They get their 5th win and the most memorable victory of the season. They'll have to wrap up this campaign against Windsor. Meanwhile, Hall at 8-12 will move on to the state tournament. They're the 31st seed in Class LL, and they're going to take on either Fairfield Prep or Staples in round 1 of the tourney. So good luck to them, and congratulations to Conard for a job well done here today. Plenty of thanks to go around, starting with the coaches, both of them. Jeff Billing of Hall, Ty Bon Giovanni of Conard were absolutely tremendous. Always thank Betty Remigino-Knapp. She's the athletic director and does such a fine job. The War Chief Sports Council put on the production. Paul McConnell, Steve Fisher, awesome. Thanks to all of our sponsors as well. And a special thanks to WHC-TV, G2 Hundley, Jen Evans do their marvelous job as usual. And congratulations as well to Rick Sanford, the amateur baseball king of the town of West Hartford, put on another special showcase today here at Fiandella Field on the campus of the University of Hartford. Final score for the final time here today, it was the Conard Chieftains 4 and the Hall Warriors 3. Until next time, Pete Lamoureux saying thanks for watching, and goodbye, everybody.